Hey everyone, it's me, Russ Terry, your favorite life coach. Happy Weekly Webisode Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're in a different spot in my home office in front of my autographed picture of Vanna White. Yes, I was on Wheel of Fortune last month. It was so much fun, and I had a little memento from my trip to see Pat and Vanna and be on national TV. Anyway, let's get into today's webisode. It's actually viewer question week, and a bunch of viewers have written in with some great questions. So Liz from New York asks, where do I start? I feel so overwhelmed. Liz, that's an excellent question. If we were working together, what we would do is I would ask you, what's the first step you can take in the process toward achieving whatever you want to achieve? And then once you can articulate that, what are 1, 2, or 3 more things that you can also do, say, over the course of the week? And then when we have our next session, we would talk about how you did and if you're ready to make more goals for yourself for the following week. Brandon from Ohio says, can you be my life coach even if I'm in Ohio, and if so, how would that work? Well, Brandon, yes, absolutely. I have clients all over the country, and we could Skype, we could talk over the phone, but we don't necessarily need to meet in person for me to help you accomplish your goals. Nicole from Philly says, define happiness, Russ. Well, Nicole, as your life coach, I would ask you to define happiness, because what makes you happy and what makes me happy could be 2 totally different things. So that's on you. I'm going to ask you to do it. And finally, Amy from Princeton, New Jersey says, how does someone know if they need a life coach or just a friend to talk things through with? Amy, that's an excellent question. And in some cases, friends are the best person to talk to. A, they're free. B, they're your friends. But there may be some situations where a life coach is more appropriate. Maybe if you've already talked to your friends a lot about something, maybe they're sick of hearing about it, or maybe you just want a third-party consultation on it. So it's really something that we could explore in the initial session and see if you feel like having a professional life coach is providing more value than talking to your friends. Nothing against your friends, but they don't do this for a living. They have their own lives, etc. So hopefully that answered your question. Amy actually gets a gold star. She has a few questions. What happens if there's no breakthrough for clients? Well, believe it or not, sometimes I think a client may not have a breakthrough, but then they'll send me such an effusive thank you email saying they had a breakthrough. So sometimes it's in the eye of the beholder. And then other times, you know, there may not be a certain breakthrough every week or yet in the process, but personally, I feel like it's coming and they are making progress toward their goal, which is in and of itself a good thing. All right, Amy's last question. Do you find that most clients have a gut feel of which way they want to go and just need some independent validation of it, or they have no idea? Believe it or not, Amy, most people do have a gut feel and they just want to talk about it. I'll ask them what they're afraid of, why they haven't done it, and then as they start to talk about it, they realize, you know what, I really can do this. It is possible. So those are all the questions for this week. Thanks everybody for writing in. They were really great. Some exciting things coming up on Weekly Webisode Wednesdays. We're going to talk about my niche, the type of clients that I focus on, so be sure to tune in for that. Also, we're going to have a couple more special guests. One who has a clinical background, and we're going to talk about the differences between therapy and life coaching, how they're similar, how they're different. And then finally, a life coach who's a relationships expert. Everybody always wants to talk about relationships. So he'll share some key points from his standpoint with you. So as always, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit me up here on YouTube if you have any comments or feedback, or if you want to schedule your free session. Thanks again. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, and I'll hopefully see you all soon.